Hey guys, it's Jennifer, and sorry I look like shit right now. And I'm sorry if my voice is like kind of louder than usual because my ears are plugged. And yeah, and I'm so sorry that I haven't made a video in like frickin' forever. So much thing has like been happening right now. And today I kind of want to like rant to you guys. I shouldn't be making a video this week. Me and Megan already established not making a video because this week was my birthday week and tomorrow is my birthday and I wanted time off and stuff, but I really had to make this video. And so yeah, so I ended up in the hospital on Sunday. Originally I wasn't supposed to be in the hospital, it was for my dad, but yeah, anyways, long story. My dad cut his finger really deep, and when we went to the hospital, I somehow had a full-on panic attack and I couldn't breathe. My like body started like numbing up and like it was really scary, and I had to like, I don't know, it was such a weird feeling. And so they checked my blood pressure and it was apparently really low, so they put like an IV in me. And I don't know if you guys can see this or not, but I kind of have a bruise from it now. And they did like a bunch of tests on me. And yeah, I hate needles so freaking much. I hate the hospital so much. Okay, and then, so that happened, and then I got admitted to the hospital, and we waited for like a few hours, and then me and my dad got separated. My dad went to get stitches, and then they led me to another room, and I was waiting there for a couple hours. I got called in, and then they retested my blood pressure, and it was good, and then they made me come out and wait. Like 20 minutes later, they asked me to go into another room, and I had to wait even longer. The doctor finally came, and he said that my health was okay, but I had to go see the psych nurse or psych doctor or psych nurse or like the psychiatrist or like the psych team or whatever, and it was like 10 o'clock at night, and I was like, okay, just as long as I can go home. Couldn't go home. I got to the psych ward, started like asking me questions, and she was being really like about it, so I started shutting off. And like, I'm the type of person, if like if I think someone is already judging me, I like totally shut down, if that makes any sense. So I kept on like not answering her questions, and then she got mad, like she kind of got annoyed, and then she was like, oh yeah, I was gonna like let you go home, but then you aren't really answering my questions or whatever. So I started talking to the doctor, and that went freaking downhill. The doctor was such it was not even funny. Like, he started like making me feel like shit, so I started shutting down even more. Sorry, that was my phone. And so, oh yeah, Matt, you wanted a shout out to you. Thanks for being cool. All my BS and like my craziness. But anyways, back to the story. Where was I? Yeah, the doctor was a total dick. I don't even know how he like even got his psychiatrist license. Like, he had no sympathy or empathy or whatever towards me. It was, I could not talk to him. Like, I could not open up to him. I could not do anything. And and then he started threatening me. He was like, if you don't like answer, I make you stay here for a couple of days. So that made me freak out even more because like I had work, I had school, like my birthday was coming up, so I started freaking yeah, and then he kept on saying that, so I was like, can you even do that? Like, I told you I was fine. I was that doctor, oh my gosh, I talk about him gets me so freaking angry. So yeah, that totally went downhill. So I got admitted in, and they did not let me talk to my parents whatsoever. But the nurse, after the doctor left, the nurse came, and she was really nice. I was like literally in tears for like I was crying. I was like bawling my eyes out. I was like, I want to freaking get out of this place. And so the nurse came and was like, oh yeah, you can talk to your like parents. And my mom called me, and I was like crying, and I could tell that she was trying to stay calm, but she was really mad. So yeah, and she was like talking to me and like trying to calm me down, and she was like, oh yeah, we'll get you out of here. And I was just like crying hysterically. I was like, I don't want to freaking be in here. Like, you can't force me to be in here. I'm not okay, at the time, I'm not a harm to myself, and I'm not a harm to other people. Like, I don't know why the doctor made me stay in the hospital. Maybe because it was like his ego saying like, oh, she's not answering me, so I'm just gonna keep her in here for a couple of days. I changed into a gown, and like I had to give them my cell phones and stuff, and they made me take pills. I did not want to take pills. Like, I don't want to take any medicine. Like, I don't know why. And so she was like, if you don't take the medicine, you'll have to stay a couple of days. And I was like in tears, and I was like not answering anyone, and I kind of feel bad because I'm not that kind of person. I think of myself as like a kind person. I would hate like ignoring people, but I was like ignoring everyone because I was not in the mood for any. And so yeah, she made me take the medicine, so I was like, okay, well, you know what, I want to freaking leave, so I'm just gonna take the freaking stupid medicine. And then I got changed, and I came out, and they had a bed ready for me, but this stupid thing about not getting the freaking bed, and the nurses were like, she's like, you're not even a worse shape than her, give her the bed, blah 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 blah. And I was like, and like they were talking about me, like letting me have the bed. And I was like, you know what, like, I don't want her to murder me, so she can keep the bed. Stay on the couch. And so the nurse came out, and the nurse was, like, saying how my dad started, like, yelling at her and stuff. And my dad never, ever, ever yells at anyone. And I don't know what they said to each other. But, yeah, apparently it was really big. I fell asleep, woke up, and, like, this woman started, like, having a freaking attack. I don't know what was happening. She was like screaming and yelling, and I was like, oh my god, I'm so freaking scared right now. Throughout the day, I felt so freaking dizzy, and I wanted to puke. Breakfast came, and I was like, I could not eat because I was so dizzy, and I was like gonna throw up. So I told my nurse. She didn't do anything about it. And then towards lunch, I'm like, oh my god, I'm gonna puke. And then I told one of the other nurses, and she did not do anything about it. So I started crying. And the guy beside me, he was like trying to make me laugh because I was like literally in tears. And then the nurse came out, and she was like, why are you crying? And I'm like, because I feel like throwing up. And then she was like, why are you not eating? And I'm like, because I feel like throwing up. And then she was like trying to talk to me, and I was like not having her bullshit because you ignored me, and now I'm crying. Now you're giving me attention? Like, okay. She was like, you haven't thrown it up yet, so I'm just gonna give you something for it later. Just eat. So I try to eat, and then she comes back with antidepressants, and I'm like, aren't you supposed to give me gravel? Like, I'm not. The only reason why I'm crying is neglecting me. I needed gravel, not antidepressants. Like, what? So yeah, and then like a few minutes later, this other guy, he came back talking to the doctor, and he's like, oh, did they give you like gravel for your like wanting to throw up or something? And I'm like, no, yeah, I guess they did. And yeah, those two guys are so wait. You may be in the psych ward, but those people have more hearts than the freaking nurses and doctors in that place. Well, most of them. Some of them, I don't know. I'm just very angry at some of them. The doctor came, and this doctor was so much freaking nicer, and he was like talking to me, and I was like saying the same thing to the other. Oh, the other doctor, he was like, the mean doctor gave me a reason for me to let you go, and I was like, I don't know, like, what do you want me to say? And then he started talking to me, and he was like saying, oh yeah, you're like basically wasting my time. If you're not going to answer my questions, I'm just gonna go. And then he went on and on. He was like, oh, you need to see a therapist, you need to start taking medicine. And no, I'm not gonna take medicine, and no, I'm not gonna go to therapy again. I've been through that. I know, like, no. So he was like, okay. He literally got up and left. I was like, okay. Do the story. So the nice doctor came in, and he started like talking to me, and he started making me like calm and stuff, and we were like started talking about everything, and he suggested to like take medicine and therapy. Like, he gave me a referral, didn't force me to do anything. So I was like, okay. And his words were, "I'm gonna discharge you because I don't know why you're here." Seriously? Yeah, that was basically it. And I'm not gonna say who they are, where I went, because I don't want to like get in trouble for like putting them on blast, but that was my experience. And like, if you guys want to seek for help, it should be you that want to seeking for help is always a good thing. Forced to seek help, I know it's not. Like, it's very frustrating. I'm so sorry you guys had to see this side of me, but that just gets me so angry because I know a lot of psych wards and like therapy and like all that stuff helps, but that did not help my situation. Like, it made me even worse. Like, I was in an okay mood, and that just brought me like from here to like here to like here. And yeah, that was a horrible experience. If you guys enjoyed this type of video and like me opening up more to you guys, and sorry for all the swearing. I am so sorry. I just got so freaking mad. Like, I'm still really like out of it and stuff today, and I just been really, and I slept all day yesterday after I got discharged. So yeah, I'm gonna end the video here, and I'll see you next week. Bye!